My name is Stephen Beeson. I'm a family medicine physician and founder of Practicing Excellence. I often ask clinicians how they feel on Sunday night before the week ahead. Sunday night isn't always Sunday night if you're in the ED or the hospital. The Sunday night syndrome simply reflects finishing your time off when you're about to head back in. How is that for you? I've heard some pretty dark reflections in this space. Dread, anxiety, despair, a sense of being totally overwhelmed before even beginning. The Sunday night syndrome seems to have clearly exacerbated under the pandemic conditions. It's interesting. I often reflect personally on my passage to become a physician. For those of you that are physicians, you know what this is like. There are thousands and thousands of hours of lectures, labs, tests, board exams, rounds, patients, admissions, notes, discharge summaries, presentations, middle of the night calls. It's totally overwhelming. And if we would have known all of that from the very beginning, I don't know if all of us would have done it. Seriously. If we look at what's ahead, we can become paralyzed, surrender, and say, I can't. It's all over for me. It's not just about Sunday night, but for any longitudinal, protracted, overwhelming challenge. We just happen to be in the midst of the mightiest of all of them right now with COVID at the moment. So what do we do about the Sunday night syndrome? I found a few things I wanted to share with you. There's a famous illustrator, Charles Mackesy, who writes in his book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, that charts the journey of an inquisitive boy, a quirky mole, a fox, and a wise horse. In one of the illustrations, they're walking through a dark, foreboding forest. The boy says to the horse, I can't see a way through. The horse says, can you see your next step? The boy says, yes. The horse says, just take that. His words are often searing, as Mackesy's story has resonated with millions of us who are struggling to find the energy to continue. In another illustration, the boy asks, what's the best thing that you've learned about storms? That they end, the horse replies. In another one, the boy asks, what's the bravest thing you've ever said? Help, said the horse. And in another, the horse says, when the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. So now we're learning from an inquisitive boy, a mole, a fox, and a wise horse. Sometimes it's the simplest moments that remind us how to take the next step. The chaos of our lives right now and the despair sometimes of the Sunday night syndrome is really hard. And we know that there's no easy answer, fix, or secret. But we challenge you to remember, to tell yourself these three things. Number one, focus on what's in front of you right now. It's what I do. It's embracing the next patient, the next note, the next chapter, the next test. You're making a difference in your moment-to-moment work. Just keep going. Number two, I have control of who I am, what I do, and how I choose to respond to all of this craziness around me. There are a lot of things that we can't control, and we can drive ourselves to the edge, ruminating on those things. Be who you truly want to be, and focus on the things that you can control. Number three, focus on the things that matter most, that are closest to you. Life is the little moments with your kids, your family, your friends, your teammates, your puppy, fill in the blank. Don't let the storms of the moment of this life and of the Sunday night syndrome steal those moments from you. And one final reflection from the horse, boy, fox, and mole. The horse says, sometimes. Sometimes what? Asked the boy. Sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent. There you go. Here is the Sunday night syndrome challenge. Set aside 5 minutes for yourself and jot down tomorrow's fears as you prepare for the next clinical immersion. Next step, share these with your team or your battle buddy. What things can you do to counteract the Sunday night syndrome? Sometimes we just need to hear from each other and to learn from each other. Or a horse. Thanks and good luck.